Hey y'all, good morning. Robin Nicole here. It is March 14th. I live in South Carolina in the United States, and yesterday our president, Donald Trump, declared a national emergency over COVID-19. What does that mean? I'm not really sure. Things are still business as usual here. Our state governor, Henry McMaster, has pretty much told people to go on with your normal life, keep going out to restaurants, keep going out to movies, keep our economy going. If the West Coast and Italy and South Korea and China have taught us anything, we've got maybe a week and a half of that left before we go into full on lockdown mode. So it's best to be prepared now while we can. I am a first responder, so I'm definitely on the front lines. I am at a high risk of contracting the coronavirus because I am more likely to be around people who have it, being in and out of hospitals all day. So I definitely have been preparing myself for possible quarantine. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, and hopefully really what I'm doing is just prepping early for hurricane season. But I am prepared to self-quarantine at home for 14 days if need be. These were the last 3 rolls of toilet paper that I had, so I did go to the store and get another pack. I didn't go crazy, buy anything huge. This is actually a smaller size than what I normally buy, but this says that it'll last 12 weeks, so that's what I expect it to do. There really isn't any need to buy more than 2 weeks worth of toilet paper. By taking it off the shelves, all you're doing is making it inaccessible for other people, so please just take what you need and nothing more. You guys already know that I get monthly shipments of cleaning supplies from Grove Collaborative, so I got plenty of that. Didn't really need anything. I normally keep my pantry well stocked because of living in a hurricane prone zone. I did pick up a couple extra things, but I have plenty here, and I actually bought too much. So on the counter here I have a bunch of pasta, I got some oatmeal, and over here I have some more canned food, some tea, onion, garlic, that's actually from shopping last week. And up here I kind of have some more kind of baking goods, seasonings. I got raisins to make some like cinnamon raisin bread. I have some rice and pasta things. I got some pancake mix. I have some gluten-free flour and some active dry yeast to make my own bread. I am definitely well prepared in the food section. Again, I live in a very hurricane prone area, so I always keep lots of pantry items stocked up. But the thing about this is we're still going to have electricity. Well, maybe not everyone, I should say. I should actually clarify that. Some people have already been laid off from their jobs because of this, because businesses just aren't getting enough income. But for the time being, because of it being a national emergency and because of most states declaring a state emergency, like utility companies right now aren't gonna like shut off your bills or anything, or at least they shouldn't be. So in my fridge, I do have some fresh produce. Most of this is actually from last week. I'm actually about to go to the farmer's market and pick up some more stuff. For those of you who are new here, this is my dog Murray. He is a 2-month-old American Bulldog mix. And to prepare for him, I did pick up an extra bag of dog food so that if I do get sick and have to stay in quarantine, I will have a whole month's worth of extra food for him. And I do have some fever-reducing medicine and a thermometer in case I do get a fever. And I don't like Gatorade, but I did get this. I actually have this from last summer, still this Country Time pink lemonade mix to keep my electrolytes up if needed. So I live by myself. It's just me and my dog Murray, so I don't have to worry about like designating a room as like the quarantine room. If you guys live with other people, you definitely want to select a room that is like the quarantine room for people to go in if they get sick. Murray, please get out of that. Murray. Just kind of take precautions, keep your family safe, keep doing what you're told to do, wash your hands regularly, which you should have been doing anyways, and use hand sanitizer when soap and water are not available. Like, don't freak out about it at all, just be smart about it. Definitely, there's a lot of fake news going around. Definitely make sure that you are looking at reputable sources. Look at the CDC website, I will link below. Look at the World Health Organization website, which I will also link below. In the US, these are your two best resources for actual up-to-date factual information about what you should be doing about the coronavirus pandemic. So as you can see, this parking garage is pretty empty. I came into downtown Columbia. I usually come here on Saturday mornings to the farmer's market to do my grocery shopping, but it's actually closed. I was not expecting that. So I don't know, I guess maybe people here are starting to take it a little more seriously. Since I'm already downtown, I've actually stopped here at the American Red Cross. Their app has been down for the past few days, but I'm going to see if I can do a walk-in appointment and donate some blood. I know that they've been really short lately because, one, like, people just aren't going out and about as much right now, and there's going to be a really bad shortage soon because there aren't going to be enough healthy people who are able to donate. So if you are healthy right now and you are eligible to donate, this is something that I highly encourage you to do. This is something that can really help the whole healthcare system out. So good news, American Red Cross was open, so I've actually been here for a couple hours. I went ahead and donated platelets because they're in super short demand and I have an extremely high count. They actually had me do platelets and plasma at the same time, so I donated some plasma as well. But yeah, now I'm gonna kind of drive around, see what things are like. I just realized that I have been forgetting to vlog. I believe the last time I talked to you guys was when I was leaving Red Cross this morning. After that, I went to Carolina Pottery because I needed to get a Dutch oven for some recipes that I would like to make, and that is something I did not have. So I went there and got that, and then since like restaurants and stuff are still open here, I want to try to support local business, especially small like family-owned businesses. So I went to a little family-owned pizzeria this afternoon and got kind of a late lunch there, and then I went home for a little bit, spent some time with my dog, and now I am headed into work for a night shift. There are definitely less cars on the road than usual, but for the most part, I mean, it really is business as usual. There's not really huge social changes here in South Carolina. As we have all seen, that can change very quickly. It could be a whole different story a week from now, or even just a couple days from now. So I will try to kind of keep you guys updated on the situation here, but really there's really no panic here. We did get 6 more confirmed cases in the state today, which almost doubled our number of cases, so it'll be interesting to see how much more that number rises as testing becomes more available. Right now, there's still a lot of issues with doctors being able to even get access to the test, and there's also issues with the questionnaires, because right now to get tested you have to have like been like out of the state or like have known contact with someone who's a known positive, which there aren't a lot of. But I think as the criteria to get tested changes, I think we're going to see a lot more positive cases here. But yeah, like I said, I'll keep you guys updated. I am on my way to work right now. I'm working a night shift, so I will talk to you guys again in the morning. Hey guys, good morning. It is the next day. I am on my way home from work. I actually just stopped at Walmart real quick to pick up a few extra groceries that I did not have. Last night when I was at work, I was looking on Pinterest during some downtime at some recipes and realized that I needed some more milk and butter. So I went to a grocery store to get some. I went to a Walmart Supercenter, and they were still pretty well in stock of everything. There were some empty shelves. I think they were completely out of paper goods, but everything else was just kind of like they still had plenty of cleaning products. They just didn't have like Lysol and Clorox, but they had other brands. Yeah, so as far as like cleaning supplies and paper goods, the shelves were pretty bare, but everything else in the store was fully stocked. They still have plenty of like baby formula and diapers if you are looking for stuff like that. This was in Columbia, South Carolina, so it's very different in different places, but if you live in South Carolina and you're looking for those things, we still have them here in Columbia. And because of it being a national emergency, price gouging laws are in effect, so everything is still normal prices here as well. So if you are able to get out of the house and go get stuff for yourself, and you live in South Carolina, we have plenty of stuff here in Columbia still. Due to COVID-19, my church canceled in-person services this morning and switched to online only, which is a hard decision for people to make that, and I have a lot of respect for the people that did. You're kind of, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I think it's honestly the right choice to make. It's about looking out for what's best for the common good, and in churches especially, you tend to have a lot of older folks who are part of that vulnerable population. So better to be safe than sorry, better to take the precautions than not. We've all seen what happened last week up in New York. Church was the way it really spread up there. So it's kind of a bummer, but it is what it is, and we just gotta make the most of it. Jesus, 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 you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. You make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus. Name is a light that the shadows can't deny. Your name cannot be overcome. Your name is alive, forever lifted high. Your name cannot be overcome. Hey guys, it is quite a bit later. It is starting to get kind of dark outside, and I was just scrolling through Facebook. I haven't looked at social media a lot today, but the latest news is that South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster is finally starting to take this coronavirus a little more seriously, and he has announced the closure of all schools, K through 12, universities, technical colleges, everything, and has highly encouraged social distancing and is doing so by limiting public, or not even public, but gatherings, both indoors and outdoors, to 100 people or less, which is going to shut down a lot of businesses. This is a major turning point. We have already seen other countries and other states do this in the past few weeks, and finally we are getting on board. So I'm glad to see that our government here in South Carolina is finally starting to take this a little bit more seriously. And today I've pretty much been home all day trying to do social distancing, even before our state made that kind of more of a mandated thing. So I've been working on making some bread. So I'm waiting for my dough to rise some more before I put it in the oven, but I'm gonna make an artesian garlic rosemary loaf. So I really hope that that comes out well. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up here so I can get it up for you guys. I'm sorry if there is a watermark over this video. I'm in the process right now of trying to find a new editor that I like, so for the time being I've switched to a free one, so there is going to be a watermark over this. But I hope you guys kind of stay safe out there and stay updated with what is happening here. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to my channel if you are not already. After subscribing, go ahead and hit the bell and turn on your notifications so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And I will try to make another one for you guys soon. Bye guys, stay safe. Oh, and one more thing, as always, please leave me lots of comments down below. I love to hear from you guys.